Good morning. Welcome. It's a beautiful Thursday. Nice and sunny outside. Getting ready to have a nice flexibility, mobility. Good morning. Wonderful. For those of you who have just joined, good morning, hello. Good morning, Dean. We'll give a couple moments to have a couple people join. Let me know if I should put my music louder or not, or if it's all good. I'm really excited for today's class. Wonderful. Good morning. So, hello and welcome. My name is Danielle. I'm coming from PSP Esquimalt. Really excited to bring this flexibility mobility class. Today's class, we are focusing on strengthening and lengthening. So we're gonna build a little bit of heat, but then we're also gonna lengthen out in all those moves. We're gonna do lots of juicy side body like I did the last time we did a mobility class, because I really love it. Before we get started today, making sure that you have a mat, and I'll give you a moment to grab a strap. I'm using a belt today, or you can use a towel. Just making sure that if you do have a towel, then it's wider than your shoulders. Before we get started, as well, we have our super fun disclaimer before we get going. Wonderful. So, in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness classes to Canadian Armed Force members. By using social media platforms, the virtual fitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Force members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it's entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it's preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during this exercise presented in this video, it's recommended that you stop, consult a healthcare provider. Okay, there we go, that's out of the way. Wonderful. So hopefully you have a mat and your strap. I'm really excited. We're going to be starting standing today, and make sure your belt or strap is close by. So since I am not there with you, making sure that you're moving with your body. If anything, if you're working with any injuries, please just take everything really slowly and come out if anything causes any pain. So we're going to be starting with your feet hip width and just rolling your shoulders back and down, and we're just going to be shutting our eyes. So we're going to take the next minute or so to connect to our breaths and to connect to our bodies. And just focusing on your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting your fingers naturally curve in, relaxing your shoulders back and down, creating a nice long spine. With every breath, growing slightly taller. And giving yourself some gratitude for dedicating this next 40 minutes or so to you and to your bodies, and to moving them and making them more mobile and giving them lots more energy for the rest of their day. Now, if you like, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Letting that breath lengthen out a little bit longer. Now, with keeping your eyes closed, I want you to lift up your toes, and I want you to put, going from one side to the other, I want you to drop your pinky toe and go through every single toe, like you're digging in them to maybe some sand or the earth. Nice, and really get grounded. Once you put all 10 toes down, we're lifting them up and going the other way. Putting that pinky toe and slowly giving some activation to each toe, getting even grounded. Beautiful. Standing even taller. We're going to take one cleansing breath before we get started today. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in. Breathing out. And slowly opening up your eyes. Good morning, everyone. Okay, grabbing and picking up your belts. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Kara. Wonderful. So, grabbing your belt and having it, or your strap or towel, having it just more than your shoulder width. Rolling your shoulders back and down, bringing the belt up overhead. Wonderful. And we're just going to do a side body stretch. So just going to one side of the room, really digging into those feet, feeling that grounding. Breathing in and breathing out. Other side. Holding here for a beat. Really lengthen. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lengthen out that neck. Breathing in. Wonderful. So what we're gonna do is just a forward fold, warming up our spine. I'm gonna face the side so you can see. So bend your legs and just put your belt down and drop it to the ground. Let's warm up those hamstrings, keeping a really big bend in those hands. Nice, really rounding, doing whatever feels good, maybe rocking side to side. You don't need to come to the ground, just do whatever feels good for your lower back. Two more breaths. When we roll up, we're gonna roll up to a count of 10. Rolling up for 10, 9, big bend in those knees. 6, 5, 4, vertebrae by vertebrae. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. I'm going to face you. I'm going to keep switching directions just so we can see me better. So what we're going to be doing, now that our spine's slightly warmed up, we're going to be doing some big circles using that belt. So we're going to hold it overhead, and we're going to go to the right side. Through these circles, we're going to go down and around, making sure our bent legs. And slowly over time, we're going to be doing 3 circles each direction, starting with the right. So bending those legs, moving to the side, creating a half circle, opening up. Wonderful. Big circles. First time bending over to the side, side bend, turning over, bending your legs. Nice. Doing these nice and slow or your own pace. You don't need to go super low. One more that side. Amazing. Open up. Wonderful. Before we do the other side, just shake it out. Maybe do a couple twists. Release that lower back. 3, 2. Roll it. Lengthen out that neck first. And side body stretch. Going to the corner of the room, left side direction, bending those legs, maybe straightening them a bit more. Maybe those hamstrings are feeling more elastic. Let's do 2 more, bending, opening. Wonderful, opening to the side, getting into that side body. We got 1 more, bending those legs. Nice, opening to the side and coming back up to standing. Wonderful. So before we go to the bottom of our mat, we're going to be facing the top of the mat, You want your toes together, you want your heels just an inch apart. Shoulders back and down, and we're just gonna sit back in a chair. Wonderful. Really pull back, feel that heat on those shoulders. We're gonna stay here, maybe bending a bit deeper. Sitting back in your chair, we have 5, 4, can you get any deeper? 3, 2, and 1, coming to seated. Putting that bench belt to the side, rolling your shoulders back and down. We have to do some strengthening to do that lengthening. So rolling back, we're gonna come into a boat position. Holding the back of your thighs, chest is proud. Holding here. Wonderful, your option is to stay with your hands behind your legs. Options to hold to the side. We're gonna drop our legs 4 times. Alternating, dropping one leg and bringing up. You can always hold on to the back of your legs, making sure you're nice and tall. Of course, you can drop your legs whenever you want. We have 2 more. Pointing your toes, feeling that heat engagement. Wonderful, and dropping, rolling those shoulders. Give your legs a bit of a hug. Round your back, tuck your chin in. The only time we allow it, just kidding. Nice, roll it back. Strengthening out our hip flexors. If you have a mat or a towel, if you find that you're struggling to get your spine nice and straight, maybe just roll your mat so you can prop your butt up. We're just gonna strengthen our hip flexors. So having your feet nice and flexed, we're just gonna lift one head at a time. You're more than welcome to have your hands behind you if you need more stability. But for anyone else, if you want, just have your palms facing upwards, and we're just gonna lift an inch off the ground, your left foot. Flexing towards your face, feeling in that hip flexor. Focusing on that breath. 3, 2, 1. Nice, shake it up. Other side, right foot. Just an inch, maybe 2. You don't need to go too far. We will be lengthening out in a moment. Hold it up for 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. If you can get any taller, really lengthen out. Massage those shoulders back and down. 1 more each side, flex forward. Really focus on bringing that toe towards your face. Pointing at you, saying you're doing a great job. 3, 2, 1, amazing. Shake it out, 1 more side, you got this. Lifting up that foot. Keep breathing. 1 more big deep breath. Grow taller. 3, 2, and 1, wonderful. Grab on your legs. Cross your legs, coming into all 4s. So I find that cat and cow is a good way to get rid of any cobwebs throughout the night, any aches and pains. So we're just gonna be doing a couple and then moving into a different variation. So having your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Just dropping your belly, looking at the corner of the room. And exhaling, pushing up top. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more, make this nice and big. Inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. So that is the first version of our cat and cow. This one, it's not cat and cow. I wanted to kind of bring in a different element. So we're going to be working with kind of a flow of water. So when we're doing a couple movements today, we're just going to be nice and flow and fluid. So right now, I just want you to move around your wrists, maybe going forward in a circle, forward, back, making a figure 8. You can also maybe think that this is kind of snake-like, slightly sexy. Just moving in a wave, nice and slow. Feeling those tides break on the rocks. And just keep breathing through here. Nice, enjoy it, playful, have fun. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Let's stretch out those hamstrings. Left ankle back. Just stretching out. Nice, doing some pulses. And changing. Our hamstrings should be slightly warmer from our big circles up top. Wonderful. Option here to stay with the stretches back. If you want to go into a full downward dog, tucking those toes under and bringing your hips up high. Here, you're more than welcome to keep those knees nice and bent. You can paddle your heels down, or we're just focusing on lengthening, pressing into those feet, pressing into those hands. We're just here for 1 breath. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Bring your right foot in between your hands, dropping your left knee down. If you like, you can pad your knee. Tucking that toe under, we're coming into a low lunge. So making sure your hips are nice and square, hands overhead. Nice, don't stick too far. Make sure that knee isn't going over your front of your toe. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale, pull back, hamstring stretch. Nice, keep a slight bend in the knee if you need to. So option 1, to come back into that low lunge and coming back into the half split. Option 2, we're going to be bending forward, tucking your back foot under your left foot. Option here to lift up that knee. Nice. Keep those hips sinking down. Or option to stay in that low lunge. And then we're coming into a high pyramid pose. You can keep your back foot here. You're more than welcome to bring it in a little bit. You can grab some blocks if you like. Or we're just going to stretch out that back foot, that front knee. Coming into a high pyramid. Pressing back, lengthening out that back. Flexing your toe towards your face. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Bending in that front leg. Coming back onto all fours. Before we go down, we're just going to come option here to come into a modified plank position. Option here to come up into plank. Shoulders over your wrist. Tapping your knees on the ground. Holding for a beat and lifting back up. 1 more, coming back to our knees. Really lengthening, looking just a foot in front of you. And knees up. Pushing those heels back. Squeezing those glutes, those hamstrings. 3, 2, and 1. Drop into your knees. Pull your shoulders back. Elbows come to your side. Chaturanga coming down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders. Just press up. Baby cobra. Squeeze those shoulders behind you. And exhale. Wonderful. Bringing the water movements back in. So tense your hands outside of your mat. And just come as high up as your lower back allows it to without causing any discomfort. Really activating those legs, squeezing those glutes really helps support that lower back. And we're just going to move or slither. Nice, just moving from side to side, getting into your shoulders. Enjoy it. Water can be turbulent, it can be calm. We just have to be soft. That idea of just going with the flow. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Putting those hands underneath your shoulders, coming back to all fours. Wonderful. Ready to do that all on the other side. Your option here is to take opposite feet by stretching back your hamstrings, or you can come into our downward dog. Wonderful. Pressing those heels back. Option, always keep a slight bend in those knees, lengthen out. 2 breaths here, breathing in. 1 more. Wonderful. Left foot coming in between your hands, dropping that back knee down, untucking that foot, rolling those shoulders back and down. Coming down to our low lunge. Our hips are nice and square. We're not sinking too deeply. Just really feeling in that hip flexor. Shoulders are back and down, chest is proud. Nice. Really activating those fingers to the tops of the room. Breathing in. And exhaling, dropping your hands down, half split. Flexing your foot towards your face. Try not to round too much. Keep a nice flat back. Do whatever feels good. Nice, flexing that foot towards your face. One side might feel a little bit better or different than the other side, and that's totally normal. Wonderful. So the option here is to come back into that low lunge and half split. And like we did on the other side, coming forward, tucking your left foot under, and we're coming to a runner's lunge. Your option here, lengthen your shoulders back, sink your hips. Don't try to put too much pressure onto those fingertips. Really find some heat driven into that quad. Feeling that lengthen in that hamstring, long necks. Try not to shrug your shoulders. Nice, 2 breaths, you got this. Coming into pyramid pose, breathing in, exhaling, push back, flex that foot towards your face, both toes are facing forward. Nice, always try to bring that back hip, your right hip to face forward, so both hips are driving. Squeeze those inner thighs together. One more breath. And bending into that front leg. Nice one. Hands on. And coming back to all fours. Amazing. So once again, lengthening out in plank. Option to stay on your knees and just come back to all fours and then modified plank. For those of you who are coming with me today, we're coming up into plank. This time, bring your toes together, pressing your heels back. If you want, dropping both knees, option dropping one knee. And breathe, coming up. Exhale, other knee. And up, let's hold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping to those knees. Shoulders roll back first, then we do chaturanga, tucking those toes under. For 4, 3, don't rush it, 2, and 1, wonderful. So this time we're gonna have our hands out in front and our feet behind us, and we're just gonna float up and float down. We're going to be doing that 3 more times. If your lower back doesn't love it, leave your feet on the ground, breathing in. And exhale, come up. And down. Breathe in. And exhale. One more, breathe in. And exhale. Wonderful, bringing those hands underneath your shoulders, pressing back to all fours. Before we do anything else, we're just gonna relax in an easy child's pose. So bringing your knees together, your hands are gonna be behind you, and just drop your forehead to the ground. And just relax here for 5 breaths. Maybe focusing back in on your breath. Checking into your body, how are you feeling? One more breath. And slowly coming back up. Wonderful. Hands forward. Coming into plank. Stepping up with one leg and the other, grabbing your belts. Slowly come back up to standing for 10 seconds. 9, bend your legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So, we're just going to get more into the side body, bringing in some more side stretches. But before we do that, just keep your strap with you. We're going to come into a goddess position. So it's similar to a sumo squat. So your feet are going to be facing the corner of your room. And then we're just going to come into a deep squat, pressing out your knees. So rolling your shoulders back and down. We're just going to press one shoulder down, getting into those inner thighs. You can face whatever direction of the mat you like. Really pressing out. Beautiful. One more breath. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. And breathing out, other side. Nice feeling into that delts. Sink a little deeper in those hips. Pressing out those knees. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. So keeping the same distance in your legs. I'm going to face the side so you can see me easier. So we're just going to be doing some good mornings, but we're going to be doing them with our straps, which will intensify it a little bit more. So when we're doing good mornings, we're going to have a nice tall back, hands overhead, and we're just going to be coming halfway to create a 90 degrees with our body. We're going to feel it in our hamstrings and our lower abdominals, but we'll also feel it in our shoulders because we're going to be engaging on that strap. So breathing in and exhale, hinging at your waist, taking your butt forward, holding here. Hopefully you can feel it right away. Really pull on that strap. Bend legs if you need to. Mine are going to be slightly bent. Three, 2, and 1. Coming back up to standing. We got 2 more. Option to roll your shoulders. As a challenge, keep it up. Lengthen out that neck. And moving forward, maybe your legs are going to be slightly less bent this time. Really hinging at the hips. Flat back, pressing overhead. You've got this. Strengthening and lengthening. Feeling it. Feeling that engagement. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Option, shaking out those shoulders. We got 1 more to go. Breathing in, lengthen out. Then hinge forward, press out your butt. Nice. Feeling that length. Feel like a wood could be on your head, the strap, and your butt all in one line. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Nice. I'm going to face forward. We'll shake it up. So what we're going to be doing, so have one of your feet, your right foot facing forward, and your left foot is going to be at a 45-degree angle. We're going to have our hands overhead. So look at your top left hand, and we're just going to go forward 45 degrees, feeling that inner thighs engaged together. Inhale, and exhale. Coming back up. Let's do 2 more. Coming in. Looking at the top hand, really opening up, feeling it in those obliques, lengthening out. Squeezing those inner thighs together and coming back up. You got this. 1 more. Nice. Really opening like a slice of toast. Try not to go forward and up. Wonderful. Shake it out. Come forward. Before we do the other side, we're just going to come into a nice forward fold. So just hinging forward with your shoulders and just relaxing, shaking it out, maybe rocking side to side. Nice, rolling up to standing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To do the other side, left foot is going to face the top of your mat. Your back foot is going to be on a 45-degree angle to face the side. Hands overhead, and this, make sure the strap's just over hip, shoulder width. Nice, feeling that engagement of those inner thighs together. We're looking at that right hand, and we're going over to the side. Hello, 45 degrees. Deep breathing in through the nose. Out through the nose, coming back up. Wonderful, really lengthen that neck, coming in 2 more times. Don't hold your breath. If you do, breathe deeper. Coming back up. We got 1 more. This is your last bit of strength. You got this. Really squeeze into those legs. Lengthen, pull on that strap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So coming to the top of your mat. Let's just come down to our back. But before we do that, we're going to be in a nice stretch overhead. So bring your hands to your side, raising them up, and coming through heart center, bending your legs, and bring your hands to the mat. Lengthen into a halfway lift, flat back, bend your legs, and sitting back. Wonderful. We're going to come down onto our backs for a count of 10. Our last bit of core, why not? Bonus round. So rolling our shoulders back, we got 10 counts. Lengthen out, vertebrae by vertebrae. 9, 8, 7, 6, don't give up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands overhead. Give yourself a nice lengthen. Beautiful. Coming into a figure 4. So crossing your right leg over your left. Keeping that top foot flexed to protect that right knee. An option to stay here if you can already feel it in that glute. Option, bring your hands underneath that quad and press out with that right elbow. Wonderful. Relax that upper body. Breathe deeply. Wonderful. If you have your right leg bent, what I want you to do is just move it to the right just an inch, just to feel it a little bit deeper. There it is. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just come back to center. We're going to be dropping our left leg straight, coming into a spinal twist. Our right knee is going to cross our bodies. No need to push. Option to look at that right hand. Releasing anything into our lower backs. And just letting ourselves sink into the ground. Maybe shutting your eyes. Staying in these last poses for a little bit longer. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Before we do the other side, maybe tracing some circles with your knees in one direction, another. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Your left leg is going to cross over your right. Option to stay here, keeping that top foot flex. Option to feed those hands underneath. Nice. Really make sure that you're not scrunching your shoulders up. Lengthen, relax. Pull those shoulder blades down. Press out with that knee. Looking good. Maybe shutting those eyes. You know what's coming next. Using that breath to pull a little deeper. Maybe moving to the inch to the left. Three, 2, and 1. Before we drop, we're going to drop our right leg straight. Our left knee is going to cross over our body. And we're going to look at that left hand. And just shutting your eyes. If you find that your mind is wandering, one of my favorite yoga instructors, her name's Yoga with Cassandra on YouTube if you want to check her out. She said this amazing intention that really resonated with me, so maybe it would with you. I am in love with my life. So maybe if you want to say that to yourself, maybe smiling, I'm in love with my life. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come back to center. And move those knees. And another direction. We have one more pose or relaxation before we come into Shavasana. This is called reclined butterfly. So what we're going to be doing is bringing the feet towards each other and let your knees drop out. If isn't okay for your lower back, you're more than welcome to have your feet to the side and bring your knees in. Totally up to you, depending on how you're feeling. And just lengthen out. You're more than welcome to have your palms facing forward. Or if you just want to hold on to your belly. I like feeling the rise and the fall of your breath. Feeling all that strengthen and lengthen that you did today. We got 10 more breaths here. Try to find some stillness. Wonderful. One more breath. To come out of this pose, we're going to be grabbing our legs and helping our knees come back to center. You're more than welcome to bring your knees to chest, give your legs a hug, maybe lifting up your upper body and hugging into a tight little ball before we inhale and exhale and coming and lengthening out. Making sure that your shoulders are tucked under, lengthen out your neck. Let your palms face up. Let the natural curve in your fingers. Let your toes naturally fluff out. And with the next minute or so that we have here, just checking in with your body. How are you feeling? That lengthen, that strengthen. Maybe just your mindset's changed. Maybe just focusing on that affirmation. I'm falling in love with my life. I'm falling in love with my life. Really sink deeper into that mat, into that ground. Feel heavy. Relaxing the tongue off the top of your mouth. Just breathing normally. Slowly wiggling your fingers and toes, waking your body back up, maybe inviting some little baby circles with your hands and feet. And other direction. And before we come up to seated, we're just going to bring our hands over top of our head and lengthen out one last time, pointing those toes like you're waking up in the morning. And rolling over to whatever side's most comfortable for you. And coming up to a tall seated position. Nice, you can sit cross-legged, whatever you like to do. We're just going to be taking one breath together, sitting nice and tall. Just like we did at the start of class, that cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and big, I want to hear it. Inhale and exhale. Slowly fluttering your eyes open. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming to this strengthen and lengthening flow Thursday morning, our last day of April, starting with May tomorrow. Really exciting. Let me know where you tuned in from today, what you thought of it. Let me know what you'd like to see for next time. Any feedback is greatly taken on. Like this video, share it with your friends. Please tune in tomorrow, starting out our month with Tiana at 11 a.m. She's going to be doing lots of stretches for those of us who sit at a desk or sitting down. Just gonna strengthening and stretching it out. Really nice, easy stretch for Friday to start into our weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Danielle, and I'm coming in from Esquimalt. Have an amazing rest of your Thursday. Hydrate and tune in for all of our PSP classes We love you. Spread the love and keep falling in love with your life. Have a great and amazing day. Bye.